Hi, on the PRAI channel today, we are going to be talking about 5 common misconceptions about crisis communication. We'll touch a little bit on how AI could play a role in helping with those misconceptions, and then in our next video, we're going to dive deep into specific examples that we would recommend and how we would suggest you use it for your best organizational effectiveness. And as we shared in our first video, part of the goal for this channel is to humanize our team, help you get to know the faces of PRAI. And with that theme in mind, we're going to go directly to our PRAI team members and hear from them as they each share one of the 5 common misconceptions surrounding crisis communication.
Hi, I'm Fiona. I am one of the writers and editors for PRAI. So what I do is a lot of the writing of blogs and the social media posts. And when it comes to crisis communication, a big misconception is that crises are always a bad thing. And this is just simply not the case. A crisis, although it can be inevitable and it's something that you shouldn't seek out as a company or as a public relations specialist, it's actually an opportunity for you to manage the reputation of your company, and you can come out the other side better for it. Now, a big key to managing a crisis is response time, having empathy and trust, and it's a way that you need to manage your response times, which is how AI can really help you with that because it can scrub data quickly, it can help generate press releases and media responses and all of those things. But you really need the human touch and empathy for your stakeholders to be able to gain their respect and for them to be able to trust you and for you to be able to look back and say, this is how we actually came out better and we have a better respect and our company came out, took this opportunity of a crisis that we did not seek out, but we had to face and we came out the other side better. And so that's how a crisis is not always a bad thing, because you can take the opportunity and come out the other side better based on how you respond, how quickly, and how much empathy and trust you provide in the situation.
Hi, Delaney here. I am one of the brand developers and editors here at PRAI. Now, there are 5 common misconceptions when it comes to crisis communication within a company, and I'm going to be talking about the second one. So a common misconception is that corporate should remain low and not say anything at the beginning of a crisis. Now, why is this a bad idea? Well, this is a horrible idea in an organization because silence often allows for rumors to be spread and misinformation to be spread around the public. Therefore, it is always best that corporate immediately contacts the public and lets them know that they take this crisis very seriously and that they are taking active steps to resolve whatever issue may have occurred.
Hi, I'm Emily Benninger, and I am one of the visual directors here at PRAI. If you see any visuals, I probably had some hand in it. I also help manage some of the social media platforms that we run. And yeah, today we're going to be talking about misconceptions of crisis management. And one misconception is that a crisis can be prevented if there's enough monitoring of the media channels. And a lot of times this can be true, especially if you are doing lots of social listening and you have a platform that monitors lots of social media to see what other people are saying about your company. But in the reality is media is so large and there's so much going on and so much that you miss. So it's hard to actually prevent what other people are saying about you and how that's going to affect your reputation. Because one comment that's made about your company might not be taken in a bad way and it might not ever be seen by people, but then another comment could be put on social media and could be seen by thousands, and then your reputation is on the line. So it's really important to be monitoring all of the channels of media, and AI can be very helpful with that and monitoring all the different channels and who is talking about your company and what they're saying. So this is one of the misconceptions, and it is just super important to make sure that you are monitoring all of these social media channels so that you can protect your reputation and also catch things before they're seen by several people. So that way your reputation is kept clean.
Hi, my name is Williams Thomas, and I am a researcher for PRAI. A misconception about crisis is people usually think that crises are caused by outside forces that are beyond their company's control, and so they can't really plan for it. Well, that's not always true. In fact, research has shown that there is a less than 20% chance that a crisis will be caused by an outside force. Half of all crises are usually caused by the management team within an organization, and a third of it by the employees. And if you have a plan, then you are more likely to be aware of the potential of crisis happening before it is too late.
Hi, my name is Abigail Irving, and my role with PRAI is the visual storytelling. And I'm really passionate about using videography and graphic design to communicate the story of PRAI in a way that is compelling and authentic. So you as the audience are really brought into the community that we're trying to create here at PRAI. And a final misconception that I want to talk about today is that crisis is impossible to come back from. And this ties into our first misconception that we talked about, that crisis is always a bad thing. And not only would we argue that crisis can be an opportunity, but it doesn't have to be the end of your organization either. The key is how you handle it, from how quickly you're able to identify it, how your strategy plans to address it, and how you recover and learn from it. A crisis can be something that not only doesn't end your organization, but it can actually launch you into new growth and new opportunities. And now that we've discussed some of these misconceptions surrounding crisis management, in our next video, we want to dive deep into how AI specifically can meet you within these misconceptions surrounding crisis communication. How you can harness AI as a tool to help you learn and grow from your crisis, to allow you to be a vocal and wise presence, to monitor crisis within your media channels, and to manage potential crisis within your organization, and lastly, to not let it be the end of your organization. We're looking forward to talking more about this with you in the next video, but in the meantime, we'd love to hear what you have to say about AI as it relates to crisis communication. Let us know what you think about these misconceptions and how AI could be a part of it in the comments below. Thank you.